What is the female equivalent of a guy's dick touching the toilet bowl? When you sneeze on your period and you have that onslaught of blood that's about to gush. So you stand and do this crazy stilted zombie walk to the closest bathroom, monsieur, and then carefully sitting so you don't leak anywhere. It's like handling a grenade, but in your vagina. Sneezing on your period makes your vagina gush blood? Till. I've read the Anarchist Cookbook but don't recall the menstrual vaginal sneeze bomb being in there. Tampon string getting caught when you pull your panties down. Or when you can't find the damn string, and start having a mini panic attack feeling around for it. Splashback that lands on your cooch when you poop. Oh god, you can't run the shower quick enough. That's why I always throw in a couple tissues before the bomb drops. Makes for an audibly soft landing as well. Maxi pad catches some unshaved hair and when you pull panties down it rips them out at the speed of light, leaving you screaming like a banshee. Or when the front of it rolls while you're out and about. Grabs said hair, and yanks at it with every step while you're in the grocery store. Getting period blood on the seat when you lean forward to wipe. I went through this with my sister growing up. I had to wipe her blood off the seat, and flush what she left in the bowl, every time I used the toilet. My brother does this but instead of bleeding on the seat he shits on it. Damn. Life was it before I read the first sentence. I need one of them Men in Black forget why pens. Dropping the only clean menstrual product you brought with you onto the floor. Especially after unwrapping. Then you've got to get reinforcements and make a second venture. Or when you give your only one emergence product for a woman in need only to find out that your time came later in the same day. After using the toilet, pulling up your panties with a fresh blood on the pad and it's wet and cold. Oh, God. It's the worst. I don't even have anything to contribute. I just had to say something because a simple upvote does not accurately portray how awful it is. Going to sit down, but someone left the seat up and you didn't realize, so you almost fall in. I have zero sympathy for this. If you're not going to look before you sit, you deserve what's coming to you. Doing a fart that rolls down and gets trapped in ya vag. That's called exit through the gift shop. Realizing that part of your skirt made it into the toilet when you sat down and having to walk out of the bathroom with a partially wet skirt with toilet water on it. Not knowing if it's pussy sweat or period blood you're feeling while out and about. Or if you're just randomly wet. Poseidon's kiss. Extra level of gross. It's invading on the lady bits. For me, it's when I'm using a lace underwear with jeans and clit gets being touched by the jeans fabric. This is a sensitive area. This shit hurts. Having period blood on your hands after pulling out a tampon and then having to wash your hands in a public bathroom. Accidentally pulling your tampon out of the applicator and having to do it by hand. Even worse when you have long nails. Most tampons in my country are sold without applicators. Never heard any complaints. I didn't know tampons came without applicators until I was given one for an emergency. It was also apparently for a super light flow because it looked like a tampon for infants. I had many complaints that I kept to myself because I needed a tampon. I prefer them without. Same. I always used applicators until I tried the ones without them on a women. I've never gone back. Sometimes with an applicator I feel like I don't aim right and the tampon ends up in an uncomfortable position. When it's just the tampon I can get it right where I want it. Plus it's less wasteful. Clit touching the toilet bowl. How TF does that even happen? Edit. I'm a girl, yes, and I can't understand how it can happen. I've never had any of my parts touch the bowl obviously, but I've 100% accidentally sat on the edge and my labia full on touched. The remasure happened once in a public toilet and I wanted to die. It doesn't. Listen, I get where you're going with the literal anatomy comparison, but the only way this is gonna happen is if the clit falls the fuck off. Poo water splashing into vag. Pads bunching when you wear yoga pants. Leaks on heavy days. accidentally dropping your tampon string in the toilet water and hoping you have a clean one to replace it with, realizing that you've bled through white pants, skirts, dresses. It's terrifying, and happens way too often, especially in a crowd of people. Pee string. The grossest feeling, getting pee on your new tampon string and having to walk around pretending nothing's wrong. I should not have clicked this post. I probably would have been better off without knowing all of this information. Sounds like there's quite a few uninformed male teenagers are replying. As a 30-year-old man, I expected funny anecdotes and not Vietnam horror stories. So much blood. Would you like to learn about period poops? It's like diarrhea plus blood and agonizingly painful cramps. I should not have posted this post. One day, I hope every poster on this website successfully achieves such clarity. When you're wiping, and your hand touches the inside rim of the toilet bowl, or when the toilet paper is too long and touches the bowl water and you accidentally smear it on your own butt. Worst thing ever. A string of cum dripping from the vagina, sticking to the bowl then snapping back to the vagina, taking random pubes along for the ride. As specific as this comment is, I have no idea what you mean by this lol. It goes into the toilet bowl, makes contact with the surface and then goes back up. It's like bungee jumping, but there's no jumper and the cord is sticky and will probably pick up a bunch of gross toilet organisms before it comes back up. When your period seems under control and mid-switch between tampons, blood starts spilling everywhere and making a fucking mess. Poseidon's kiss shudders. My wife says it's when you fart and it goes into your vagina, so you have to queef the fart. Being extremely pregnant and going to pee at night, but the MF air who knocked you up left the damn seat up. Not only have you fallen in, but you're so ungainly that you cannot immediately remove yourself from the situation. The panic that ensues is intense. It's coupled with a helpless rage, and a disgust at the fact that the toilet may not be completely clean. The hormonal state that you are already in just tops it off. Effing men. Pooping right in the wrong way, so backsplashes toilet water up your vagine. The tampon string dipping into the toilet water. A cold, gross, wet string then sticks to your private parts. When you're sleeping and period blood slides down your crack, conveniently missing the entire pad, and stains your underwear, and then praying it hasn't gotten into your sheets when the realization hits. Get you thighs caught by the toilet seat. Is this an issue related to the larger thigh ladies? While I'm a fan of the BBW, none of my BBW lady friends, lovers, or wives ever shared having this issue with me. These being various sizes from 175 to 350 plus lbs women. Water hitting your vagina when you shit. Girls shit. Never. When your pad isn't stuck to you underwear correctly, so when you pull your pants down it falls into the toilet and have to find some way to get it out so you don't clog the toilet. Two options. 1. When the toilet auto-flushes with you still on it. 2. I have at least twice in my life gone to sit on the toilet and missed so that the slice landed on the side of the seat. Once on an airport toilet, I honestly considered getting an STD test. For me it has to be sitting down on the toilet with the seat up. I have 4 younger brothers and I now have a boyfriend that I live with, and they all forget sometimes. It's not a matter of falling in because, well, my mom blessed me in the buns department, but that I've sat down on that cold gross piss, and sometimes blood-covered porcelain, and I can't get up because I'm currently peeing in. I decay about other women, but I can't stop. It makes me want to vomit just thinking about it. But don't you check the seat is down before sitting? Not when you wake up and it's 3 a.m. so you keep the light off because 95% of the time it's always down. And every 6 months you curse yourself for not verifying, and you always know the split second before you get to the bowl that feels like it's 40 degrees. Should we check beforehand? Yeah, probably. But when it's fine almost all of the time, You get in a habit of not until it sneaks up on you. Greater than 40 degrees, wow, that's one hot toilet seat. Bruh. When you wake up after getting 3 hours of sleep and plan on getting another 5 minutes while sitting on the toilet, you don't have the clarity to check. The lips kiss the seat. All genders experience Poseidon's kiss. Sneezing on your period. Like boom. Red River Central. And then the mortification hits you and you start stressing about the white chair beneath you. All you can do is pray to the heavens above and hurriedly shuffle to the nearest bathroom, monsieur. A girl's clit touching the toilet bowl. Our big clit. Giving birth. Either your tampon string falling into the water and then smearing its cold-ass cooties all over your cooter. Or your poop splashing in the water hits you right between the folds. Why don't you just put toilet paper into the toilet so the water can't splash? Never heard of that one. Definitely gonna try it. I'm not a germaphobe by any means, but doo-doo water on my coochie makes me have to take a shower or at least or bath immediately. Very inconvenient in public or other people's bathrooms. Dropping a clean tampon in the toilet on accident, or a tampon not sitting inside correctly. If they're in right, you should barely feel them, monsieur. Anyone else nuts sag so far down in the summer months that they dangle in the toilet water a little? This dude knows it. Damn right I do. It's a real struggle, especially if you dropped a floater in there. Now you gotta hold your balls up out of the water so you don't get skid marks on them, monsieur little. All people will never understand. Splashback when you drop a turd. Falling ass first into the toilet at night when someone forgets to put the toilet seat down. Just look WTF. Well, when it's 3 a.m. and you're still half asleep and about to pee yourself, logic flies out the window. I keep seeing this and I've never had that problem even though I've been tiny most of my life. Are toilet bowls extra huge in some places? Sitting down on a closed toilet lid in the dark at night, or falling in an open toilet after the seat has been left up. Sitting on pee on the toilet seat. When you fart forward instead of backwards and the fart enters your vagina and then you have to queef out the same fart. In my family of many women we call those front flappers. This isn't a real thing, right? Not a queef but a fart to a queef. Boobs touching the toilet bowl. Definitely. Toilet doing that fucking thing when you flush and then the toilet water hits your cooch. When your pad touches your leg. When the toilet seat is left up and you sit down and sit into the water. Fuck. How hard would it be to design the seat and the rim to be the same size? Then the worst case would just be that you sit on cold enamel as opposed to falling in. Right, exactly. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. A girl's dick touching the toilet bowl. Duh. No. Falling in from the toilet seat, getting left up. Their vaginas touching a toilet bowl. When the inside of your underwear touches the bare, piss-splattered gap at the front of the toilet seat. Touching a toilet seat at all while traveling. When you reach down to wipe front to back and your hand takes a dip. Your dick touches the toilet bowl. When I shit, yes. The very top underneath the lid. Oh, I thought it was on the waters. You live with a guy and you wake up in the middle of the night as you experience a call of nature. You go to the bathroom. You sit down. Then you nearly fall into the freaking toilet because they left the seat up. Night light helps. Probably. I was just really tired. I know where my ensuite is and didn't think anything of it. I turn the light on now. In a house bathroom. When I lower the seat and touch the rim of the toilet knowing damn well men's pee just sprinkles all over it. Dropping your period cup into the toilet by accident. Piss on your string, then dealing with a choice between a new tampon or pee string. Or pooping and your tampon comes out. Or pooping and getting splashed back on you labia. The worst is when you decide for a new tampon. But it hurts like fuck taking it out because the last tampon you had didn't soak up any lubrication. Peeing and it trailing up into your butt crack for some odd reason. Accidentally sitting on the toilet when the seat is up. Having to pull out a tampon that isn't fully saturated. taking off your underwear to use the toilet and realizing that a string of gooey blood is attached to a pad. Now you just stand there like a fool and wait for it to fall. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.